Hello, guys. How are you today on this lovely morning?
Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
And Tuesday night, Wednesday morning.
Yeah, because it's normally posted on Wednesday morning. So, we have another great show of the Sofa Pillow Talk, and we are wanting to talk about individuality. Now, Mrs.
Individuality and wholeness.
And wholeness. Now, you was basically... well, actually state what you was talking about first, about you being a whole fruit and nothing but the fruit. So if you got...
What? Why you make it sound so bad? Okay, so individuality pretty much is just a quality or characteristic or trait of a person. Something that makes you strong and unique on your own. I stand tall in my individuality. I stand tall in my wholeness. I am a whole person, not a half of a person. I'm not a half bitten into apple. I'm not a half a fruit cut in half. I am a whole apple. I am a whole person. I am whole, and I am an individual. I am not 50%, not 25% apple, 25% peach, and 30% banana. Oh, that's not how this works. I am 100% an individual human being. So, does he complete me? No, I'm already complete. God already did that part.
I just
made me 100% whole and unique and wonderfully and fearfully made all my own. He just adds a little
sauce. I add a little sauce to the recipe. I add a little sauce to the recipe.
So it is okay to be an individual in a relationship. And if you can't be an individual in a relationship, then maybe you need to go back to the basics and reevaluate what makes you an individual. What triggers do you need to address? What damage have you been through? What damage control you need to look into? What questions you need to ask yourself and your partner? What makes you whole? What makes you happy? Because we 50-50, he 50% and I'm 50%, we make 100%. Nah, let's do 100-100, make that 200. And then we multiply that again and make it greater. We ain't doing small numbers.
It
is okay to be a whole unique person, not a piece of a person, not a half of a person. It's okay to say that somebody completes you, or my world wasn't right until she came along. But and that's okay if they've helped you heal with you, grow with you. But don't be broken and attached to something that you don't need to be attached to. Don't be unable to be an individual on your own, separate.
Yeah, I think that's
scary.
I think that's where a lot of us go wrong at healing someone versus healing with someone. Because once you become that healer, you're really not in the relationship as a partner anymore, because sometimes folks are being looked at as a mother figure, a father figure, or that's that person that's helping them get to a point to where then you have that breakup, and then you hear this from a lot of women where, oh, I got him to that position, and then she, he ends up,
who he is. Yeah. Instead of just saying he is his own person, he is who he grew to be. He just grew to be that person, instead of trying to take credit for somebody's success or greatness.
Yeah, because again, like I was saying, is that you find, you hear this a lot with women that I made him who he is. I did that. I'm tired.
Now we feel entitled.
Yeah, I'm tired of fixing a man just for him to go off to be with somebody else, which they fail to realize that was probably their purpose in the first place. The purpose wasn't, and I found myself in a lot of my relationships after looking back and saying that I was supposed to help her get to wherever she's at right now in some form of fashion. I might not even gotten her to where she was needing to be because I made it a relationship. So we need to pay.
You tried to take 2 50-cent pieces and make $1.
Yeah.
And then
one,
You can't do that with 2 50-cent pieces.
Yeah.
$1 is still 2 50-cent pieces.
Yeah. So, it values at $1, but once you take 1 50-cent piece away, it's still 50 cents. Yeah. So, and that's something that basically, I talked, meeting the lady this weekend. And we talked about it, how she was saying that she's raising her kids, her daughters, because she got a son too, raising her daughter to be an individual.
Which is what we should do with all kids,
Just, make sure, and she stated, and she was like, be able to take care of yourself.
Which is what my dad taught me, take care of myself.
But that don't mean that take care of yourself to a point that you can't take other help, or you not wanting to have someone beside you. Because also people seem to get that want and need mixed up together.
Because again, Adam was a whole man by himself.
Yeah.
But God said, you know what? It's not good for man to be alone. Here.
Yeah.
He didn't give him a half a woman either.
Yeah.
Gave her, she made out of a piece of his rib, but that didn't make him any less of a man or any less of the more responsible one to have known better or any less of a whole person. He still was whole.
Funny you say that. I think that opens the door for that return back to woman and man and make that one. It's still two individuals.
Now, we're not talking about oneness. Just being an individual in the relationship separately.
Yeah.
He's an entity and I'm an entity, but we work together to make, a whole piece.
Yeah. A whole piece of a puzzle that was created at the beginning.
We don't always fit lock and key on everything, but overall, we make it work to make it fit, to make it the best it is, because he's an individual person on his own and I'm an individual person on my own. So we're two wholes.
Yeah.
Making a whole bigger thing,
So, the thing that we would like to definitely leave you with is, who are you?
Are you able to be who you are as an individual? Can you be yourself? Can you be open with your partner? Can you really be true to your nature, to who you are? You don't have to hide behind stereotypes. You don't have to worry about what the rest of the world says. You can be 100% openly, honestly, you, 100% whole, 100% whatever you stand for, and be okay with that without having to worry about your partner shipping at you, taking away from you, or worrying about the world saying, oh, he should complete you, or he should be a part of you. No, it's okay to be individuals. As on our last slide, balance. The big question was about finances and money. Like, how y'all gonna be one if y'all divided?
You got separate accounts. The accounts don't make our wholeness.
No.
And the thing is, the fact that we have separate accounts and she can still willingly come to me and say, hey, what was in your account? Not in a mean way,
I
but
wouldn't ask, I wouldn't care. But
but
and I'm not saying that I wouldn't care as in, he can do whatever he wants to do, which he very well can. But as a team or as two individual people, if he's single and I'm a single person, that's pretty much what a marriage is. Two single people coming together for one common good.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're divided just because we have two separate accounts.
It's a control factor. Basically, that's what it is. It's a control factor.
A control factor that can affect your individuality.
People feel the need to have control. Being head of house, men feel that control, and the woman should be submissive type thing, and you taking her individuality from her if you're wanting her to just bend over backwards. And yes, I am throwing men up under the bus. Bend over backwards and do as you please, but can't say nothing or be herself. But
by nature, I can be a whole submissive individual. I can be a whole support system. I can be that because I'm an individual,
Yeah.
and I know what my purpose is.
Like, prime example.
I'm healing every day.
She's a lot of things that, you know, on certain things I do ask, hey, you know, sweetie, you know, just check in so that I know what's going on per se and stuff like that. Which she comes from a relationship where checking in was oversaturated with
what you doing, where you at.
Yeah.
You got plans, huh? Don't say that.
It was more or less like a stalkish type thing, cause
where you going?
She can easily,
where you at?
Yeah,
that ain't what I asked you.
Yeah, she can easily leave and say, hey, I'll be back. Okay. Because you have to at some point be okay with yourself. Even if you find out that someone is doing something behind your back, you still have to be okay with yourself to say,
I'm an individual. Hey, I can stand on my own 2 feet. Yeah. I don't have to tolerate this. Let me separate myself.
Yeah, let me leave, because if you are worthy enough for someone, which everybody should feel this way, worthy enough for someone to be in your presence, and they choose to go do something else, the best thing for you, and
let them leave.
Yeah, let them leave.
You know, let them go. That's 100% part of you being your whole self and being an individual.
Yeah, don't subject yourself.
Yeah, you know what you will and won't tolerate. You ain't. If you're gonna eat an apple, you either gonna bite into it, but you want the apple to be whole. You ain't gonna be biting into an apple that you pick up off the side of the road that's rotten and done been bit into and done been ate off.
Even though we know homeless people might do this and they don't die or anything like that, but just for
not to offend anybody, but we're just making comparison. So if you go to the supermarket, you're not gonna pick up an apple that got
a raw apple. You're
that's
gonna put that thing
into
back.
or you
see a
you want a whole apple, especially if you're going to pay $1.29 a pound.
Yeah,
you want your apple to be whole. So the same goes for us as individuals and peoples. We need to work on heal self. That takes time, and it's okay to heal and let somebody know, hey, I'm healing.
Yes,
but I want to grow with somebody. I want to learn with somebody. And it's okay, because when we first got together, I honestly was in a healing phase, and I was just like, look, I ain't in no hurry. I'm not rushing anything. I want to be my whole self, my individual self. I want to be comfortable with me. I don't want to have to hide who I am. I don't want to have to hide what I'm doing, where I'm going. That's not the kind of person that I am. I want to be honest in myself. I want to be my whole self. I want to be a wholesome person. I want to be a individual that can stand on my own 2 feet and stand with somebody and help them. Because what if my partner ain't got it all together and can't hold themselves up as an individual? You know what I'm saying? Then what? Both of us gonna be falling in the ditch. Blind can't lead the blind.
Hey y'all, secret. This must have been a good topic, because my baby, this is most she don't talk.
You know what? Oh my gosh. Anywho.
But with that being said, guys, we totally appreciate it, and for listening and just taking the time out. We both are serious about trying to help others form a more
positive image of yourself,
a healthy relationship. Also,
positive relationship goals.
Regardless
real relationship goals, not the
this book,
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, doctored up thing. Like,
even though we are on TikTok, but we
real life are working to do all we can to take over the world, not your world or the world as a whole, but our world that we live in.
Individuals that you can do the same thing individually, but together.
Yeah. We're unstoppable. Hey.
And that can be you as well with the person that you're with. Stop second guessing who you are.
Walk in your truth.
Yeah. If you know there's some trauma, some past issues going on,
go get counseling. Become a whole person, regardless of anybody. Oh, you don't need that. You can do this.
Let this person know that you're in counseling.
Do what works for you.
Yeah. But if it's not for you, be brave enough to step away before you get caught up in something that's more toxic and abusive than you need it to be.
Make sure you fill up your cup of water before you go pouring some water in somebody else's cup.
Yeah, or that their cup is already full. So that what y'all doing is just swapping water with each other, because y'all already full.
That clean water,
not no dirty water. Yeah, don't get no full cup of dirty water that you sitting up here don't pour out your clean water.
Now we got mud and that ain't good.
So you can find us on Facebook. Definitely tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. On Wednesday nights we do a live where you can find us at the Sofa Real Talk. And we do a live every night at 8 o'clock. If you would love to be a guest on our show.
Not every night at 8 o'clock.
Every Wednesday.
Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock, the Sofa Real Talk.
On Facebook, yeah.
On Facebook.
My bad.
I mean, we live and in each other's face every day.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he's handsome. He's a handsome individual. A whole individual.
TikTok. Mr. and Mrs. Take Over the World, and it is AND, not the letter N. Mr. and Mrs. Take Over the World. You can find us on Instagram.
And that's all together, one word.
All one word. No spices, no nothing. Definitely the Sofa Real Talk on YouTube as well. So, if you want to catch us, we started doing sometimes behind the scenes live on our podcast when we do them on TikTok. So just follow us and give us the support. Feel free to
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Pass it, share it. Hey, get this love out going to all these other couples that need some help. And hey, we're not titled professionals. We've just been through the ringer in previous relationships, and we know what we want. And we
are healed and in the business of helping others heal.
Exactly. So with that being said, again, good night. Have a good day. And we love you. Gotta press the button. Sing it, girl. Yes. Hold it.
Okay.